Yes? Oh, well, you're half right. Yeah, who are you really? And what are you getting out of this? Is this all some kind of sick game to you?
Last but not least are the one—
Aggie, it isn't as though we chose to stand around.
So then what the hell's going on?
We're his prisoners, plain and simple. Nothing good can come of us defying him on impulse. Unless we want more casualties, we have to play by his rules.
Her body was found in the dormitory wing, specifically in the private room of classmate Makoto Naegi.
You have two options here. Bring Mizuno's killer to light, while I suggest we begin by considering the murder weapon itself, see where that takes us. I'm of the opinion it's still too early to point the finger at Naegi. Of course not. I thought as much. Yes, seems so, and it's the only logical conclusion left. Of course, that points the finger away from Naegi. Well, Naegi, seems you and I are of the same opinion. And under the circumstances, not knowing is not going to be acceptable. I'll be frank. Naegi, I'm serious. You knew her well enough to speculate. Personally, I believe her last thoughts were of how to save this. Because I think you're strong. You can push through this intact.
When someone I care about dies, I don't move on.
How noble. A difficult path, but noble. Still, though, I have hope. You're not off the hook just yet. Quite simple, actually. So be it. Let's speak of the case further.
Is he stuffed into a duffel bag?
Alas, we found no such shirt at the crime scene. The killer must have disposed of it earlier on. But did he leave behind any clues as to its fate? Yes, that's right. Monokuma can't see or hear us. Which makes them... Of course they're dead. We saw... Enough! Both of you can be ruled out as suspects. After yesterday, I programmed Alter Ego to shriek if either one of you came near it. Clearly, I overlooked a less obvious threat. We should probably look for them. Bring everyone to the pool.
What were you on the outside, an amateur sleuth?
No offense, but where were you this whole time? When we split up, it's like you just vanished.
Working a separate investigation.
What's...
Yes, we're jumping the proverbial gun here. It behooves us to weigh all possibilities carefully. Too much is still in question. Consider the possibility that Yamada simply moved him since I have hard evidence to back up Ogami's assumption. This scrap of paper was found in Ishimaru's hand. The rest, however, was stuffed into Yamada's unmentionables.
Oh, that's just like the one I got, telling me to go to the game room.
Almost, but not quite. Trust, huh? Very well, then.
Kiri, hey!
Do you have a moment? Damn.
Oh, right.
How about we save that topic for another time? Are you...
I am.
You're the one who said we should pool our knowledge. What happened to doing this as friends, Naegi? There may still be some leads in the principal's office, or perhaps lurking in the computer lab. And then, I'll make him answer for this. I swear it. I'm warning you. They do carry weight, and you disregard them at your own peril.
Kiri, help us! We have to hold her back!
That thing you were keeping from me, it was the truth about Ogami, wasn't it? You didn't want to drop that bombshell on us without proof. There's a chance I might have overreacted a bit. I want to honor the choice he's made. However, we have no clue how close of an eye he's been keeping on the system. That said...
Not again.
Sadly, this was inevitable.
Of course. They... Well, to see her alive!
Protein, as I thought. I have some evidence I think you'll find hard to ignore. Bizarre, but the mystery doesn't end there. When we entered the game room, I'm correct to assume you knew then? what he was up to?
Duh! You didn't really think I wouldn't notice him snooping, right? So, how about I read you more from Ogami's suicide note? Literacy...
Oh, hey.
You're up too? Go the F to sleep!
Very well. Naegi, walk me back. There's another student. Lurking in the shadows, somewhere within this building. There's a super high school level despair named Mukuro Ikusawa.
Anything you'd like to share with the rest of the class?
Such as? I fear I don't remember. Very interesting turn of phrase. If you're of the opinion this school breeds only nightmares, far be it from me to dissuade you. He was wrong. The principal couldn't be the one behind this. I mean, I'm 99% sure, I think. Either way, I'd appreciate if you kept this from the others. At least till we have more to go on.
Okay.
Just hear me out. I need to find what this key goes to. So, plan. You keep Monokuma busy while I go digging.
By yourself? Seriously?
Surely you agree that we can't just sit on our hands. We must be bold.
But I'm gonna need you to promise me something.
What?
It's not like I need the juicy details.
Just please be okay. Where have you been?
You were a huge help, Naegi. Thanks for running interference. Her super high school talent was despair.
Everyone, that is, except you, KYOKO Kirigiri.
Just for clarification, I noticed no mention of Naegi in that scenario. Still, that being said, this doesn't restrict us to between 7:30 and 9 a.m. and uncovered such a tarp in the garden shed. Meaning... I'm being framed. You have to see that.
Horner, confess!
I think not. You, if everyone here, should know better than to pin this on me.
Room? A reasonably vital question to satisfy, I think.
This is ridiculous, can't you see? Execute me and the school remains a mystery. I'm sorry. I cannot allow that to happen.
Stare dejectedly at the floor!
If I can't enter my room as I suppose things don't always go according to Yeah, don't help me or anything. You're faring better than anticipated.
What are you doing?
Call it a rescue mission, one I thought would be fairly obvious.
You got a thing on your head.
You need to eat. I owed it to you. It's the least I could do after throwing you under the bus to further my own agenda.
No worries.
Because we've got him on the run. We're on the verge of bringing down this house of cards. For now, though, are we now? Watch your step. If you fall, I won't be able to catch you, and it's a long way down. I had this ridiculous fantasy of reuniting with him. Figured if my application crossed his desk, he'd simply have to deal with me. We have a talk with Monokuma.
For realsies? Why is...
And the catch?
access to all rooms on campus? Go, Hogwarts!
Every last file on the hard drive led me down a blind alley. Not a scrap about the incident. I don't believe I'd be so quick to open it. Whatever's in there, you can be certain it's not a party. Well, insane or not, the truth is what it is. Denial is useless, isn't it? Yes, I agree. All right, let me show you my hand. If it brings the mastermind to justice, I'm more than able to manage, thank you. Of course. So her death was a betrayal. One could tell from the look in her eyes when she was impaled. What she must have gone through.
And have only despair as your reward!
You meant for this to happen. I don't buy that two teenage girls orchestrated all this on their own. I'm sorry, but the tactical genius required argues against it. Who are you working for? A crime syndicate? A family? You say that, but how could we really know what he wanted? I certainly don't have that luxury. I never knew the man. That we do. You're right. My father did it all for us. For tomorrow. He sacrificed everything. And decidedly not to have his charges bend like reeds under a current of misery. Bring it to its knees. End the ceaseless tribunals. The murder, the suspicion. Stop this and move. I suppose we have to do this eventually.
And if it's not, hell, we'll bring our own.
Not a bad way of putting it. Not a bad way of putting it at all. Thank you for showing us the way.
Not if we refuse to let it.
Ah, hitting someone who can't defend himself. Is that future Foundation policy these days? It's a sign of how little they trust us. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm suspected of working in collusion with Naegi to hide the remnants. But I see no point for you to stick your neck out.
Don't even start with that.
Some things never change, huh?
Come on, KYOKO, this is what friends do!
The future Foundation will persevere.
I can't connect to the internet now, and my cell phone's completely useless.
Naegi, be safe. Why do I get the feeling he wasn't too worried about it? Please, if you don't mind, show me your forbidden action. The objective's to make us feel isolated.
Can you hear me? This is Makoto Naegi.
Thank you. Glad you're still in one piece. I need to locate and examine Gozu's body. It'll tell me what I need to know about the attacker's MO. I intend to avenge Izayoi's murder. Will you help me?
Did you find something?
For example...
Yes?
I know!
Come on, guys. You want the picture or not? Stay still. Perfect. Huh. What do you know? I was...
Wait! Wait!
Let go!
I know. I'm a detective. Well, to be fair, that passage would have led us to the building's exterior, technically, but we couldn't have escaped. Not with our lives.
Thing I can do. Munakata was right.
Your words lift people up. Give them something to pin their hopes on. That's certainly what they've done for me. Have faith in yourself, Naegi. If you ever lose sight of yourself, just look to us.
Wow. Sorry, it's mostly my fault she has so much upper body strength.
I have to say, optimism definitely becomes you. Yeah, I don't get this either. Pretty sure I died.